You feel scattered, unfocused, and constantly drained. You find yourself reaching for your phone without even thinking, scrolling through feeds but not really seeing anything. You know you should be doing something else, something more important, but you just can't seem to find the motivation. Then you hear about a solution that sounds almost too good to be true: the dopamine detox. The promise is simple. Deprive yourself of all easy pleasures for a day, a week, or even a month, and you can reset your brain's reward system, regaining your focus and motivation. But is that what's really happening? Let's paint a familiar picture. Your day is a constant stream of micro-distractions. Emails ping, messages pop up, and social media feeds offer an endless river of novel information. Each notification, each like, each new video is a tiny little spark in your brain. The result is that when it's time to focus on something that requires deep work, like reading a report or studying for an exam, it feels impossible. Your brain feels restless, craving the next easy hit of stimulation. You feel a sense of internal friction, a battle between what you want to do and what you feel compelled to do. So you decide to try it, a full dopamine detox. For 24 hours, you'll cut out everything. No phone, no computer, no music, no junk food, no television. Just you, your thoughts, and maybe a blank notebook. The first few hours are intensely difficult. You feel an overwhelming sense of boredom and an itch to do something. Anything. You pace around your room, wondering if this extreme approach is actually doing more harm than good. You're fighting your own brain, and your brain is putting up a serious fight. To understand what's truly going on, we have to clear up one of the biggest myths in popular psychology. The idea of a dopamine detox is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of what dopamine is and how it works. Dopamine is not, as many believe, a pleasure chemical. While it is related to pleasure, neuroscientists more accurately describe it as the molecule of motivation and anticipation. It's the chemical of seeking, not the chemical of satisfaction. It's the feeling of wanting that drives you to pursue a goal. It's the excitement you feel before the first bite of a delicious meal, not the pleasure of the meal itself. It's what makes you curious, what makes you explore, and what drives you to learn new things. Because of this, you can't actually detox from dopamine, nor would you want to. Your brain needs a baseline level of dopamine just to function. Without it, you would lack the motivation to get out of bed, seek food, or even move. In fact, the devastating symptoms of diseases like Parkinson's are caused by the death of dopamine-producing neurons in the brain. The result is a profound difficulty in initiating movement and a deep sense of apathy. Eliminating dopamine is not a path to productivity. It's a path to paralysis. So if you aren't actually reducing the amount of dopamine in your brain, what is the dopamine detox doing? Why does it feel like it works for some people? The real issue isn't dopamine itself. The issue is that our modern environment provides a constant, overwhelming stream of things that trigger its release with almost no effort. Every time you unlock your phone, every time you see a notification, every time you scroll to a new video, your brain gets a small, predictable hit. It's a quick, cheap, and easy way to stimulate your brain's reward circuitry. Over time, your brain adapts to this constant influx of easy stimulation. It begins to expect reward to be fast, frequent, and effortless. Psychologists refer to this as an elevation of your hedonic set point. In simple terms, your baseline for what feels interesting and rewarding gets raised higher and higher. This is the core of the problem. When your brain is accustomed to a fire hose of stimulation from your phone, naturally rewarding activities that require patience and effort start to seem dull and unappealing. Reading a book, which offers a slow and steady release of satisfaction, simply cannot compete with the rapid-fire rewards of an infinite scrolling feed. Your brain's motivation system has been calibrated to a different, much faster speed. This explains why you feel so restless and unable to focus on what matters. You haven't broken your brain. You've just trained it to devalue quiet, effortful, and meaningful pursuits. So when you embark on a so-called dopamine detox, you are not flushing a chemical from your system. You are simply removing the external sources of hyperstimulation. The intense boredom and anxiety you feel is a form of withdrawal. Your brain is protesting the sudden absence of the easy rewards it has come to expect as normal. After a period of this sensory deprivation, your hedonic set point begins to lower. Your brain starts to resensitize itself to more subtle, natural forms of reward. A simple walk outside, a conversation with a friend, or the act of reading a single page in a book can start to feel engaging and rewarding again, because they are no longer being compared to an artificial waterfall of digital stimulation. Here is the crucial insight. The problem was never dopamine. The problem is the imbalance we've created in our lives between high effort, meaningful rewards, and low effort, empty rewards. We have accidentally hijacked our own motivation systems, training our brains to constantly seek the easiest and fastest path to a feeling of reward, even if that feeling is fleeting and ultimately unsatisfying. The true goal, then, is not to escape dopamine, but to regain conscious control over what triggers it. It's about being the master of your stimulus environment, rather than a servant to it. This isn't about rejecting modern technology or living an ascetic life. It's about making deliberate choices about where you direct your most precious resource, your attention and your motivation. So, instead of a drastic and unsustainable detox, consider a more practical approach: stimulus control. This is not about deprivation, it is about intention. Rather than banning your phone, schedule specific, limited times to use it. When that time is over, put it in another room. Actively choose to engage in activities that require effort and create an environment where those activities are the path of least resistance. The objective isn't to live a life with less pleasure. It is to retrain your brain to find joy in the right places, so you can direct your powerful motivation system toward the goals that truly matter.